Greetings, dear viewer, and welcome to Purposes Crossed, where I hope that people who are called by Jesus for different purposes cross paths and exchange ideas. In this video, we will continue with our series of devotions on the Psalms, and today we will deal with Psalm 9. Psalm 9 is an unabashed ode to the joys of God's justice and power. The center of the psalm is also the anchor for any believer, and we should be moved to our innermost being when we read, "But the Lord sits enthroned forever. He has established his throne for judgment. He judges the world with righteousness. He judges the people with equity." Life is difficult, and while most of us would never have enemies like David did, both at the individual level and the national level, we face the uncertainties of life regularly. We have periods when things go well with us, and at other times, things seem to fall apart and nothing seems to work in our favor. How do we continue living during these times of distress, these seasons in the valley? What enables us to have the hope that things are not actually falling to bits around us? If we ask David these things and these questions, he would certainly say, "But the Lord sits enthroned forever. He has established his throne for judgment." For those who trust God, God's secure rule and his desire for judgment are anchors that we can grasp to steady us when life tosses us about. And we need to remember that God's judgment is not a negative thing. God's judgment is his decision and actions by which he restores order and justice to his good creation. David views God as the supreme judge who hears the case of those who are facing injustice and who then acts to amend the situation and re-establish justice. David also portrays God as his defender. His enemies turn back when they see that God is with David and is defending him. And when they do, they stumble and fall. David also thinks of the destiny of those who are against him. Though they had dug pits to ensnare him, they are trapped by their own devices. He sees a similar outcome at the national level as well. It's as though God is able to turn the plans of David's enemies around so that his enemies bore the brunt of their own plans. It's as though God was engaged in some kind of jiu-jitsu, using the momentum of David's enemies against them so that their plans were thwarted and would backfire on them. If we are honest, we would be able to claim the same thing. How often have we felt hemmed in by difficult circumstances, unable to think of a solution, unable to see any light at the end of the tunnel? We have prayed and prayed to no avail, the silence of heaven ringing deafeningly in our ears. And then suddenly, just when we were at our wits' end, things began to work out, like the clouds dissipating and giving way to the bright sunlight. It's not as though we did anything exceptional to change that situation. In fact, we may have been so down and down for so long that even thinking of doing something would have been impossible. And we just prayed and asked God to deliver us. And when we had almost given up hope, things suddenly worked out. And we knew in the very core of our beings that it had to have been God working behind the scenes. This kind of occurrence is common among God's people. It's as though God works only at the 11th hour so that there could be no doubt that it was he who was working for us. And it is important for us to document these occasions just as David does in his Psalms. For it is easy for us to forget how God came through for us the next time we are in the pits. The Psalms, therefore, are like a record book of God's acts in the lives of individual believers and at times the life of the nation of Israel. They give us a glimpse into the struggles believers can expect to have. God does not spare his people from the most trying of situations, and this is because learning to love God and learning to trust him go hand in hand. We cannot have one without the other, and both are crucial for the life of faith. Over the course of the years of our lives with God, through the ups and downs of our lives, we learn to love him and trust him. Indeed, it is only when our faith is tested that our faith can become strong. And so God tests our faith through the difficult circumstances of our lives, so that at some point we would be able to reach the conviction David did and declare against the plain appearance of things, "But the Lord sits enthroned forever. He has established his throne for judgment." Thank you.